Nigerian Library Association, we are called to serve humanity in humility, sharing knowledge with cheerfulness and kind hearts. Quality information, services to our patrons is our mandate. In research, we are there. In development, we are there. In innovations, we are there. We live true to our core, literacy for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'd like to greet this way, depending on when you're watching this video. Please, I would like to confirm if we can all hear me as we're about to commence with this press conference. Mr. Patrick, kindly unmute your mic if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can.
Okay. We apologize for the delay in starting. It was due to some technical challenges. So anchoring this event with me today is Mr. Patrick. Mr. Patrick, good morning. Mr. Patrick, good morning. Our President, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, I think we lost Mr. Patrick. Is to anchor this program with me. So I wanted to be sure that Mr. Patrick is there. But I hope you can hear me loud and clear, sir.
Yeah, very clear.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, our dear viewers and members of the press, I would like to quickly welcome all of you to this press conference of the Nigerian Library Association. My name is Sylvester. Bonu, the National PRO of the Nigerian Library Association. So please, quickly, I'm going to start with us doing a quick introduction. Starting from my left, Omale, please tell us your name and the station you're representing, and we'll just...
Okay, my name is Omale Tango from Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Omale. We're glad that you're here. Thank you so much. So can we move on to the next person? Oyedele Omokagbo, please, can you introduce yourself? Oyedele, kindly unmute your mic and let's confirm that you're here before the president.
Oyedele is here. Good morning, President. Good morning, everyone. My name is Oyedele Omokagbo Peter. I work for the Vanguard newspaper.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Please, who else is here? Kindly unmute your mic and introduce yourself. Musa, kindly introduce yourself so that we can get started.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Musa Dalhatu of Daily Trust.
Thank you very much. So we will wait. We will not wait for others to join us because this is a live event. So we will proceed now. I'm going to introduce the president for his press statement and addressing the nation and pressmen today. We want to say thank you very much for joining. We invited several pressmen, and for making it here today on behalf of the association, I want to say thank you. So if there's anybody that is here that has not introduced themselves, I'm going to give 30 seconds for you to introduce yourself so we can recognize you, and I invite the president, because after the president speaking, I will no longer be introducing anybody. To recognize the presence of Onivewu is watching live from Kogi State. Thank you for joining us, Karim. Also, I'm seeing Romanus is joining from Mboyi State, Federal Polytechnic State. Thank you for joining us, Romanus. Also, I see Joel from Kwara State chapter of the day. We want to say thank you for joining. Please, what you can do for us right now is share this video with your friends. Let them know that the president of the FNLA is about to address the nation. Please share this video. We also see Dr. Oluchi Okeke. Here we see Dr. Charis. Please share this video with a lot of people. We still have a few persons who have not shared this video. Michael Okpara University is represented here by Onyinye. Please share this video and let us get the word across to as many people as possible. We also have Blessing from Michael Okpara University, and we have Senator Ridwan, who is also here watching. We say thank you for joining us. And we also have Yetunde Durosumi. Please share this video and let us know that you are here. If Mr. Patrick is here, do well to rejoin this stream because we cannot see or hear. So now that we are done with all the introductions, I am now about to introduce our president. Just tell us your name and where you are watching from. Thank you very much. So, president of the Nigerian Library Association, the president of Dr. Lawal Umar, a fellow of the Nigerian Library Association, a distinguished scholar, and the president of this association, our great leader. We are happy to have you, sir. Please, if your hands are not too busy in the comment section, please help us welcome our president. The president, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sylvester Ibonu, the national PRO of this great association. Before I go ahead and read my speech or my press conference, permit me to recognize the presence of some of my ESCOs here present. Earlier, I cited the National Secretary, Dr. Yu Kalu. I think he has gone out for now. And also, I also saw the presence of Patrick. You're welcome. And then I know those of VP is very busy somewhere. The secretary is here, the treasurer, and our esteemed pressmen and the members of our association who are viewing us all over the country, all over the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, I say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. I am Dr. Lawal Umar, by the grace of God, the 23rd president of the Nigerian Library Association. On behalf of the National Executive, the Council, and all members of Nigerian Library Association, I welcome all of you to this maiden virtual press conference. I feel highly honored and proud to announce the commencement of the celebration of the 2025 Library Week with the theme Libraries for Cultural Heritage, which is scheduled for Monday, today, 17 to 21, Friday, November 2025. This year's theme is strategically chosen to illuminate and highlight the indispensable vital role libraries play in preserving, promoting, documenting, and sharing Nigeria's rich and multifaceted cultural heritage. As you all know, cultural heritage is the foundation of Nigeria's social and economic progress. It includes traditions, our religion, our values, our customs, our arts and crafts, our historical knowledge that shape the identity and pride of our people. Therefore, protecting this heritage offers or fosters national unity, enhances understanding, boosts tourism, and encourages creativity and innovation. Indeed, Nigerian cultural diversity remains a powerful resource that promotes community empowerment, community resilience, and above all, sustainable development. Therefore, libraries, irrespective of the types, stand at the forefront of this cultural preservation effort, serving as the critical bridge between our diverse past identities and our shared future aspirations. Libraries serve as custodians of knowledge, safeguarding valuable archival material, manuscript, and oral histories that might otherwise be lost. By providing access to these cultural resources, libraries empower citizens with knowledge and awareness of their heritage. Similarly, they also promote lifelong education and learning, intercultural dialogue, enabling Nigerians to appreciate their roots and diversity while we engage with the global audience. Furthermore, ensuring unhindered access to documented history and indigenous knowledge strengthens civic literacy and promote transparency, which ultimately contribute to a more stable, equitable, and politically informed society. On this note, I hereby issue a strong call to all our NLA state chapters across the Federation, as well as our academic, public, school, and special libraries all over the country to mobilize their members and communities to participate actively in the 2025 Library Week, and also organize diverse and impactful activities in line with the theme of the conference, such as cultural talk shows and seminars about our cultural heritage, conducting community rallies and visibility, cultural exhibitions and cultural exhibition and guided heritage tours, and so on and so forth. With this in mind, on behalf of the National Executive and Council of the Nigerian Library Association, I extend a heartfelt national invitation to all well-meaning Nigerians, students, educators, parents, partners, private organizations, our media houses, and government agencies to stand with our librarians in this celebration of excellence and history. We therefore urge you to visit a library within this week, consider donating relevant cultural materials or rediscover the profound wealth of knowledge preserved within its walls. Lastly, let me once again, at this juncture, express our deepest appreciation to Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Olusegun Tinubu, CON, for her uncommon passion and love demonstrated towards the completion of the National Library of Nigeria headquarters building in Abuja. Together, we can build Nigeria's future anchored in the pride of our cultural heritage. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and God bless Nigerian Library Association. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Amazing. Thank you. Please, I will not want us to go into any other business until I see those who are online. Those who are online should please drop. I want to see you clapping. When I see your hands clapping, we will move to the next item on the agenda. Yes, please. That was a very powerful badge. You would agree with me. Yes, I see. Yes, thank you. Now, I would like to quickly stop sharing the screen of the presentation and now bring forward our president, because members of the press are here. We are supposed to spend just 30 minutes for this stream, and we would like to invite members of the press to engage with the president regarding questions about the Nigerian Library Association, the education and library community, questions about cultural heritage, about our library week, about everything that Nigerians stands for in Nigeria. So I'd like to yield the floor now to members of the press. But before I do that, I want to see if there are comments from those who are watching online. Yes, my president, I would like you to know that. Yes, president, you are correct. Who is that person? Use your microphone, please. Please. Dr. Kalu, please mute your microphone.
That's Dr. Kalu, please.
Okay. So, my president, I was just trying to draw your attention that many of our participants right now, they are clapping in the comment section, celebrating the powerful remarks, statements you have just given. And Dr. Oyedapo is saying, I'm wishing us a successful celebration. A lot of persons are dropping comments here. So now I would now yield the floor to members of the press. Maybe we'll start with news agency in Nigeria. If Fumi is here, please, Fumi, kindly unmute your mic and ask your question. Hello, Madam Fumi. What about the pressmen? Please feel free to unmute your mic at any time, because on the time schedule, please.
Thank you very much. My name is for Vanguard Music. I just want to quickly ask, what will be the expectation of Nigerians in your 1 week long library week? What should be our expectations, sir?
President.
Yes, I'm noting it now.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there any other question? Daily Trust.
Hello.
Go ahead, Daily.
Okay. Good morning. I would like to ask the chairman of the NLA, how will libraries contribute to preserving Nigeria's cultural heritage under this year's theme?
All right.
How libraries?
How will libraries contribute to preserving Nigeria's cultural heritage under this theme of this year's Library 2025 Library Week? Hello.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I got it.
Hello.
So, my president, I would like for you to take these two questions.
Yes, I got it. I got it. I got it.
Please
let me mute
take these two questions first, and we'll continue, my president.
Okay, thank you very much. Our digital PRO. The first question is about what are the expectations of the citizens, if I am correct, by this library week, after the end of library, what are the expectations? Of course, there are a lot of expectations. And then again, the best thing to start to say is what even make us to choose this topic. That is even, I will start from there. Libraries or a library by their nature and design, they are cultural institutions. That is one thing that we must understand. You can even say that library is culture and culture is library, because libraries are established essentially only to serve the culture of the people. And that explains why in most of our operations, you discover that only those resources, those manuscripts, only those things that are in line with the culture of the society are usually being acquired by our librarians. So we realize over time that yes, there is disconnect between our own way of life and what we do as a people, as a citizen. And that is why we try to bring this at the front burner. Libraries are essentially established to take care of the way and manner we do our things. Essentially our oral culture, our oral tradition. You believe with me that this particular area has seriously been neglected. So there are a lot of knowledge, there are a lot of information, quality information that have been lost. So that is one of the major issues that this week is intended to achieve, to bring to the front burner that libraries outside what many people think that we are, or it is established for education. Of course, within the educational palace, culture is central. So at the end of this week, one, the perception of our citizens towards libraries change. That is very, very important. They will understand that libraries have multidimensional role. In fact, libraries today are even defenders of culture. So our values, our norms, our customs are supposed to be at the heart of libraries. So that is why we are bringing this to the front burner to maybe provoke discussion for policymakers, for government agencies, and of course, our media partners like you. So that is just to say about what the expectation is all about. Then the second question is, how will libraries contribute to, of course, like I said, we are preservers of knowledge. Many of our librarians are working without even being knowing. We are all the time working behind the scene to see that we acquire, we process, we generate, we disseminate, we store, we preserve our cultural heritage. So how do we do that? Sometimes some of this knowledge is being documented in print. Okay, we provide that safe environment for that knowledge to be preserved for posterity. And again, with the advances in ICT technologies today, our librarians are now using technologies to preserve, even from the acquisition to processing to retrieval. We employ technology to do that. So there are a lot of things that we are doing to ensure that our knowledge of the past, our original knowledge, that is what we are talking about, is not lost. So that is just to summarize what we are doing in order to preserve that. Thank you very much, Digital Piero.
My President, thank you very much. That was a very brilliant response. And just while the President was responding to those press questions, we were featuring some of the comments in the comment section. I would like to draw our attention to let us know that those of you who are watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on different platforms, you are also part of this event. If you have any questions for the President, if you have any comments about the Library Week, about what you are doing in your state, please drop it in the comment section and we will spotlight you for everyone to see with President's attention to your questions or clarifications you would like to make. Now, with those two questions answered, I would like to go on now to the Radio Nigeria for their questions. Unmute your mic, please. Unmute your mic, Radio Nigeria. Okay.
It's not, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, we can hear you now, please.
Okay.
Engage the President. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. President, you know that digital space has taken over the conventional library. What is the association doing as regarding to maybe bringing back the lost glories of people going back to the library, unlike now that you can get anything online?
President, did you get that question?
Yes, I got that question. He said that digital space has taken over my work. Is that not what he said? In summary, that's what he said.
No, not that it has taken over, but 90% of people don't go to the conventional library again. What is your association doing to bringing back people to the conventional library?
I understand you. I understand it. Yes, I understand it.
All right. So,
am I responding?
Let's see if any other person, digital communication crew, do you have any question? Digital communication crew, kindly unmute your mic. Mr.
Hello,
Patrick,
good morning.
Yeah. All
right, thank you very much, my highly esteemed president, for that very detailed and insightful remark. Thank you for the great job you are doing, and we are really privileged to have such a wonderful leader as yours. I want to ask a question on the issue of the theme of this year's Library Week. Now, looking at the issue of cultural heritage and preservation. Now, you emphasized in your presentation the role of libraries in preserving cultural heritage. I want to ask, what are specific national level initiatives in NLA, planning to strengthen the documentation of Nigerian indigenous knowledge? Are there any ongoing national level plans, to strengthen indigenous knowledge in Nigeria?
My President, could you please take those two questions, and then we'll come for the last set of questions. There are some comments.
Okay, let me start with the last question. Okay. He's asking about whether there is an ongoing project. Of course, that is our call to duty. That is our call to service. That is what we do as librarians. Maybe I will remind you, for the past 2 years, the National Librarian has made it a duty to reset our perception of IK, indigenous knowledge. She has been leading that campaign in collaboration with all professional relevant associations. And then, God's willing, we are going to get to that. And through that campaign, a lot of attention now is being given to IK, indigenous knowledge. Because in the past, we are more or less only looking after what I may call the the foreign knowledge that is coming through our books, and the rest of it. But we tend to forget all this knowledge, particularly the oral knowledge that is being housed by our individual memories, by our elder statements, and by our craftsmen and artisans. So there is an ongoing project, and it is a challenge for all of us as professionals in our own level and our own position to do something about it. Because if we didn't do anything about it, so our culture will actually extinct. And God forbid, we don't want to witness that period when we cannot be able to trace our roots, our histories. And that is the essence of all of it. So thank you very much. Many efforts are ongoing to actually bring back the issue of our cultural heritage. So going to the first question by our president, you are very correct. I will admit the fact that yes, we are being bombarded by several categories and types of technologies that are trying to, in my own opinion, they are trying to facilitate our action and our operations. Many people tend to look at it from the negative point of view, but as professionals and as an association, we actually find it very pleasing to have that. We are having technologies that are here to help us, to support us, to allow us to do our work. So what are we doing? Of course, one of the objectives of this association is to continually train and retrain our members. So what we agree is we shouldn't be afraid of the dynamics, the technologies, and rather we should try as much as possible to continually improve our skills, learn and unlearn, so that we can remain very relevant and also very competitive in the highly competitive information industry. So to answer you in a simple term, we are not afraid of the technology, but we are aware of the challenges, but we have 101% embrace it, and we are working towards bringing all those things to actions to facilitate our operations. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my president. Thank you very much. Very quickly, we will take a few more questions, let's say 3 more questions, and we'll be done with this press conference. But before that, I will give the opportunity to Madam Fumi Layo of the news agency in Nigeria to interact with the president. Fumi, can you please unmute your mic? Thank you.
The network is bad.
Library must ask. Thank you.
Sorry, can you, your network seems to be breaking. Can you take the question again, or you could also type it? Can you take your question again? Yes, can you repeat?
Okay. I said the theme for this week-long event is library and cultural heritage. Now my question is, how does this year's celebration reflect on the current needs and challenges of Nigeria's library and information sector?
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, very
Thank
beautiful
you.
question.
My president, let me, okay, I'll just put the other question on the screen. Once you are done with this, you take the question. So go ahead, sir, my president. The other question will be on the screen.
Okay, you are saying that how does this team, if I get you right, how does this team address the
challenges we face?
The challenges. Okay?
Yes.
Is that the question, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You see, like I said in the previous discussion, one of the major challenges our libraries are facing are more or less of maybe we are more tilted to Western literature. Let me say this. So many people tend to argue that you come to a public library in Zaria, or you go to a public library in Ajegule, you discover that the majority of the books or the majority of the literature you find there, they are more or less promoting Western cultures. So this is one of the challenges. And then we have so much about Lagos, we have so much about Nigeria that is written by our scholars and by our individual researchers. So this particular team will now reawaken that spirit, okay, of even writing to portray our own culture. Because we are now going out to explain to people that our libraries are representing the ways and manner, the values and the custom of the people. So we want to see that we are collecting all those manuscripts, the artifact, the art and all that you can think of, created by our own indigenous scholars. So that will actually address that particular issue. Another issue that this library week will address is the perception of our own communities, because a lot of our communities tend to misunderstand, okay, the boundaries, if I may use that word, the boundaries of librarians and library information professionals, okay? Many people will not think that we are also involved in culture. I will tell you, some people will say, what are we doing with culture? So I'm putting it to you today is that library is a cultural defender, okay? Libraries are supposed even to be human rights, even activists, because they preserve, they document everything that happens within the society. So seriously speaking, this particular team is tactically drawn to deviate. Yes, let me add this to you people, the president. We try to deviate from the traditional title. Last year, we talked about revitalizing the MDA's libraries. And the previous year, 2023, we tried to look at our public libraries and school libraries respectively. But this year, we say, okay, let's try to go into culture. Thank you very much. That is what we are doing.
Thank you very much. So, my president, we have just less than 5 minutes to wrap up this event. So, the next set of questions, it seems our audience are now asking the next questions. So, the next set of questions will need you to be very brief in your response. So, one of the first questions says, I am seeking clarity on where is on the screen on whether there is a measure put in place for some local chapters whom participation are shallow. I am saying this from experience. One of the libraries I know for the past 5 years have no record of involvement with the NLA. So, my president, can you respond to this in 30 seconds or 1 minute? Because I have many other questions.
Digital librarian, please, can you repeat yourself? Your network went off.
Okay, I'm very sorry about that. So I was saying, if you could use 5 seconds to reply this question, the next set of questions are very fast questions and answers. This person says is seeking clarity on whether there's a measure put in place for some local chapters whom participation are shallow. He says he's saying this from experience because one of the libraries he knows for the past 5 years have no record of involvement with the NLA. So what are you doing to ensure that local chapters who are not active are carried along?
Okay, thank you very much. In 45 minutes. Okay,
5 seconds.
As 5 seconds. 45 seconds. As a new ESCO, we are determined to go down to the foundation of our association. We identified that problem long ago. So some of our chapters are actually struggling to survive, and largely because shown that our leaders at that child level, they are not actually doing the needful. But so far, so good. We have started the engagement and lobbying those elders, trying to let them see reason why they should actually participate actively. So it is a call for all of us to see reason, to see the need for us to actually identify with our professional associations. So it's a work in progress. By the grace of God, before next year, things will actually turn around in terms of the way and manner our chapters are struggling. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Now, another question here, sir. 45 seconds also says, what is the NLA doing to make institutions, aside academic institutions that operate libraries, to value the sense of libraries and the librarians in their organizations? What is NLA doing to make institutions, not just academic institutions, to value the essence of libraries in their communities, like public life and all that?
Yeah, it's a two-way thing. Okay, the NLA on our part, we are going to continue our advocacy in our own way. But very importantly, our librarians, we insist that our librarians must acquire more skills, demonstrate competence, demonstrate that they are relevant. And I want to assure you, if you try to do that, wherever you find yourself, you will be appreciated and you will become excellent. So on our part, we are giving you that motivation, encouragement. Try as much as possible to show that you are professional, continue to learn, and by so doing, you now have that confidence to be able to show that librarians are indeed partners for national development. So I think that is where the issue is.
All right, thank you. Aminab Mohammed is asking, Mr. President, sir, what advice do you have for librarians or libraries starting the process of conversion of our traditional heritage to digital heritage to ensure that valuable cultural records are preserved, protected, and made accessible to wider audience through technology? What major advice do you have for libraries that want to convert their traditional heritage, sir?
Yeah, I'm seeing it on the screen. It's a simple advice. Please let them run faster because this is where the world is moving. Trying to convert is just it. Some of our artifacts, some of our what do you call it? Indigenous knowledge were originally born analog. So perhaps they are in paper, they are in print, they are in voice. So it is high time for them to speed up the digital conversion. So I think it is a necessary thing, and it is a good thing that they should not even be working. They should moving at a jet speed. That is my own calling to those libraries and librarians.
Thank you very much. So we are taking the last two questions, but permit me to recognize of the Vice President of the Nigerian Library Association, the person of Dr. Juliet Alex Mecha. Kindly unmute your mic, ma, and let's hear from you, please.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I joined late. I have 4 programs at accreditation and left my people to continue so that I'll be able to join, even though it's just 1 minute. So thank you for joining us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we are taking
It's good to see you around.
Thank you. So we are taking 2 more questions. After the 2 questions, we will hear 1 or 2 words from the secretary, from the vice president, and then we will close. Now, the second to last question is from Dr. Charis Onuoha, representing the digital communication crew. She says, on community engagement, Mr. President, how does this Association plan to encourage community young youths and schools to actively reconnect with local cultural heritage through libraries? Is there plans for our libraries, associations across the nation to encourage communities?
Okay, number one, I think as librarians, first and foremost, let's have that policy. Let's get the policy to acquire this cultural heritage in our libraries. In most cases, our libraries are more of the foreign cultures. Okay, so first and foremost, we should work out a policy, a strategy to bring those cultures into the library. Then the second stage, and we need to have that kind of sessions, meetings, and campaigns so that we can be able to let the community know that in this library A and B, some of these cultural artifacts, some of these cultural histories are also domiciled there. Because you cannot expect the youths and our own students to visit when they are not aware of what you have. So essentially, first and foremost, we must have that policy for knowledge, acquisition, preservation, and the rest of it. Then when we get them, we should try as much as possible to market them out. Let the community also know we have them. And then we can also organize some meetings, some seminars, some workshops, some talk shops, some whatever ways they are there available to engage them. And then maybe we can even think of bringing incentives to it. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mr. President, this is the last question for today. As the national president of NLA, Nigerian primary and secondary schools lack libraries, including private schools. What efforts can be done to change this situation? I will add what Madam Shade says to this. Madam Shade says the state of school libraries is worrisome. We need a roadmap. So I don't know what you have to say as we conclude.
Yeah, very, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. And one can be right to say that the whole mess that we are passing through in our educational system is because of this problem. You can be correct to say that. But the question is asking, what can we do? What is the roadmap? You see, in the last few months of our administration, I've been trying to see what we can do about that. And then one thing I discovered is that we have a national policy on education, which in the policy, libraries are made compulsory to be in primary, pre-primary, and secondary education. So what we are trying to do, we are looking at a possibility and opportunity to engage with some of these policymakers, where we are going to see whether if we can have a bill that will make that is enforceable clause to be able to enforce the policy. The policy is there, but there is no enforceable clause. So recently I was in talk with somebody that is trying to connect us to the chairman committee on primary and basic education. But certainly it is more of what do you call it? Leadership, the government part. Government has a policy, but there's no connection. So we are going to continue to advocate, continue to lobby, continue to bring this to the attention of the policymakers to see why why school libraries must actually be at the center stage. School libraries.
Go ahead.
It's not a policy, it's the enforcement, implementation. That's the problem.
So that is it. We continue to talk, continue to shout so that they can see how they can implement what is already in the policy.
So once again, I would like to say thank you, everybody. If you are there, those of us live, please can we celebrate members of the press who are here? Members of the press, can we also celebrate the president, please? I can't hear your hands clapping. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So now that we have come to the end of this event, you can now mute your mic. I will now call on the secretary of the association to give perhaps a statement and a chart before we close. Dr. Kalu, kindly unmute your mic. Using 45 seconds, perhaps you have a comment to make. We are about closing now. Dr. Kalu, NLA Secretary. All right, we move on to Dr. Juliet, Vice. Dr. Juliet.
Hello.
Please, can you give us a closing remark for less than 1 minute?
Okay. Good morning, everybody, the pressmen in the house. Thank you so much. Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much for all you've said and the direction you have given to those listening and those of us who are even this way watching. So thank you, because you see, all that the president has said is something that will bring the association, everybody, because when you look at the library, most persons tend to forget the foundation and how it's done for us to be where we are today. We still have a lot to do, yes, and it cannot be something that will be just for us as professionals. It's kind of going to be collaboration, individuals, press men and women, everybody, because library is general, library is everything. The problem we have both in our institutions, just because the foundation was faulty, and all we have been fighting for is to see that the profession and what has to do with library and librarianship continues to stand and announce what it should be for us to continue. Because today we look at leadership promotion, we look at illiteracy issues here and there in the country. Library has a lot to do to bring all these things to a stop. But we can't do as much as the professionals, everyone have been talking about carrying out these activities to make sure things go better in this country. We need your collaboration, the pressmen in particular, and every other person. So all we have said and all we continue to talk about is how librarianship, how libraries will equally stand tall in the committee of other professions, other activities for things to work well in this country. A reading nation can never fall back. A reading nation can never die. A reading nation will always have a time to stand up without fear or favor of anything, to speak, because you know exactly where you're standing. What you're standing on are those things that will make knowledge to speak for us anytime. And so we want to appreciate each and every one of you, the pressmen in particular, for standing out here today on behalf of the Nigerian Library Association to do what we have just done. We know that continually we will not fall back, we will not stand out to fall back to what we are supposed to stand to do. We'll keep speaking about library and all that library stands for. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Amazing charge. Amazing charge. Thank you very much. Dr. Kalu, kindly unmute your mic and give us your closing remark.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Good morning. Good morning once again. Good morning, Mr. President. Good morning, gentlemen of the press. I want to say that it has been a very important outing, a very important press conference, President of the Nigerian Library Association. We are calling for advocacy, calling for cooperation among library stakeholders, that things will get better concerning our libraries in the private secondary school and the university. Once again, I say thank you so very much.
Thank you very much. Final words from Madam Fumilayo. Any of the pressmen, Radio Nigeria, any final words? Unmute your mic, Radio Nigeria. Oyedele, Vanguard, any final words?
Please, can I get the recordings of this if you recorded it, please?
All right,
Just like to say thank you very much to NLA and the president. You are doing a very great job. Expect our report tomorrow, God willing. By the grace of God, your report will be out on Vanguard. Thank you very much, sir.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you. Is that Vanguard? Hello, is that Vanguard? Okay. You've muted your mic. Thank you for assuring us of reporting this. Let me make a quick announcement. This event is streaming live and the recording is made available immediately after now. So the same link you are using to watch it now is what you can use to watch the recording. So the recording is freely available. So I want to say, Omale, the final word so that we can close.
Okay, thank you to NLA and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you so much. Who else is here? Dr. Charit, as we leave. Okay. Since we do not have any other final words, my president, over to you. Your final words as we go.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone, especially the pressmen and the ESCO and you, the digital librarian, for anchoring this program. And let me just once again reiterate what the VP has just said. This is a work in progress, it's a collective responsibility by all and sundry. We want the media to continue to help us to speak out, even voluntarily without even talking to them to speak about libraries. Because libraries, whether we like it or not, they are the lifeblood of every society. So I will be speaking maybe next week in Abuja, trying to see how we can develop connection between libraries and Renew Hope. So maybe I will use the opportunity to invite them to come there and listen to what I'm going to say. So libraries, whether we like it or not, is the lifeblood of every society. So please kindly help us in continuously advocating, talking, and speaking about it. Once again, thank you very much for all of you for coming. For the AGU, I appreciate you. All our viewers, our listeners, our members out there, we are here committed to see how we can rebuild our foundation of our association. We want to see how we can bring back all our members, and that is why everywhere we are, we carry our mantra, NLA, our passion, NLA, our pride, and NLA, our priority. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, my president. Thank you for that wonderful remark. So at this point, I'm going to encourage everybody to share this video with your friends. Share this video with your librarians, non-librarians. Everybody deserves to see this video. We want everybody to know that this week is Nigerian Library Week. So we are going to close this event now with the anthem of the nation. But before I play the anthem, I would like to show us a few clips. These are few clips. What we see now is what my screen could take as we speak right now. A lot of states across the country holding Library Week events, and these are some flyers. Please let us do well to all participate as the president earlier encouraged. Also, if you go to Facebook, you can follow us on NLA official. Go to Instagram, search for NLA official. Go to YouTube, you will search for NLA official, and so that you pause and keep track of everything we are doing. May I also use this opportunity, my president, vice president, NOC chair, could you please speak to this flyer?
The flyer for Library Week.
Okay. All right.
Concerning our library week or the NLA conference. The NLA conference.
Yeah, you know,
that's the
today
NLA conference.
Yeah, today is the date due for advertisement, so I thought you may want to speak on it. The flyer is on the screen.
Yes. The NLA, just like we are kickstarting, we are about to bring up our flyer as well to call for papers for our conference coming precisely from 12th of July. So we want now use those opportunities to, of course, let the press know too, collaboration, that these two will be very soon for all of us to see. So today we will bring up this particular for those who are interested to write article would like to do to contribute for the conference that is coming up in MENA, tag #MENA 2026, with the theme Our Future, Our Hope, the State of Libraries and Librarianship in Nigeria. Of course, we have important dates that will man all of this. From today, when this flyer comes out, we begin to expect our abstracts from various boards. And then come 2nd of February to 1st of May will be the end of submission of full papers. And then Friday, 22nd of May, the last date for notification of those papers accepted or the ones rejected. But then by the 12th to 17th of July in 2026, we talk about the conference, real life. So you are all invited. Thank you so much, everyone, as we expect you to be safe. Thank you
very much. And in honor of our immediate past president, who perhaps the network did not allow to join us, the immediate past president once said, and I quote, "A non-paid up person is not our member, and as such cannot enjoy the rights and privilege of a member." So I want to encourage us, support the NLA by making sure that you're a paid up member, and do well to participate in the library week. Thank you very much. Next will be our anthem, and then we will close. Do well to subscribe, to follow this channel, and God bless you all. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you very much. Kalu. Oh.
Nigerian Library Association.
So that you were supposed to
We are called to serve humanity in humility, sharing knowledge with cheerfulness and kind hearts. Quality information, services to our patrons is all mandate. In research, we are there. In development, we are there. In innovations, we are there. We live true to our cause, redressing for all.
So, what I joined
Kalu.
there.